Yep. Once again, very good evening and thanks for joining. Okay. So as part of today's session, so last on Friday we discussed how to build a Linux operating system, Red Hat Linux operating system, and we discussed about just the connectivity of mobile extreme. Okay, how to see the IP address and how to connect via mobile extreme. So first, if you wanted to connect to the mobile extreme, first you need to spin the VM. So if, for example, let's do everything from the scratch level so that you will get better understanding. Let's close everything. So first, once you open the VMware workstation, so go to the primary server, whatever the server you placed it, right? Now first you need to spin the VM first. You need to spin the virtual machine. So once you spin the virtual machine, once your virtual machine is ready, then you already registered in the mobile extreme, right? You no need to connect to the virtual machine from VMware workstation. Okay, so you can directly go to the mobile extreme and you can provide the password. Okay, let's provide the password. I forgot to save that password. Okay, so that's the reason it is asking. Yeah, I just provided the password. Now I can double click on the server. It will directly connect to the server. Okay, so once you connect to the server, the first thing is clear the screen. Okay, so now you can little zoom it for better viewing purpose. You can zoom out, you can zoom in, you can zoom out, and if you wanted to see whatever you done in the top, see basically there is a arrow button, right? Down arrow, top arrow, down, up arrow, down arrow. So by moving up arrow, down arrow, whatever the commands you executed in the previously, you will get this. So for example, when you click on up arrow, nothing. So when you just click on down arrow, so whatever you done here. So for example, I just cleared something. Now if I click here, I will get, when you click on the up arrow, you will see whatever the previous command you triggered. So you no need to type everything. Okay. So whenever you open the connectivity, you can see whatever you triggered in the last command. So when you click on the up arrow, so here first I clear everything so that I can see my clear terminal. As of now, I can see my clear terminal. So majority of the people are first time they are seeing the Linux servers, and some people who are background with the Oracle and other like a MySQL or the other database management system which are working completely on the Linux. They are aware of the Linux, but the people who are first time seeing on the Linux, so for them, so what we are going to discuss is some basic commands. At least we should aware of the basic commands. Okay, so what and all folders are available, how to verify all the steps. See, whenever I go to the server once, okay, this is my server. Here also I can try to connect. Here also I can try to connect. See, here also I can open the connectivity, or you can connect to a mobile extreme also. You can open the connectivity. Either you can go to the server and open the connectivity, or you can go to the mobile extreme and you can also try to connectivity. Now here, once you connect your operating system, now you will open the terminal. So once you open the terminal, so see, Linux is nothing but most of the things are you will do in the command line, CLI programs, command line interface. Mostly of the Linux systems are command line operating system, the command, okay, line interface, interface. So mostly we'll call it as a CLI. So Linux is completely CLI. So Windows is nothing but mostly you will do graphical user interface. Most of the things you will see in the graphical user interface, but Linux is a completely CLI. Mostly you will connect to the putty, or you will open the mobile extreme, or you can go directly to the server. You open the terminal and you can do whatever you want. See, you can click on the terminal and whatever you want, you can do it from the terminal as well. From the server you can do it, or from the mobile extreme you can do it, or you can do it from the putty also. Now, first thing, what are the commands at least I need to remember, Subbu, so that my job will make little smoother. Okay, my job will make a little smoother. See, when I open the my computer, I can see everything on my computer. This PC, I can open to the C programs, I can go to the D, I can go to the E drive, F drive, whatever the drives you created. So I can go to the folders, I can see what data is available, I can go to this directory, I can see whatever the files are available. Because it's a graphical user interface, you can directly go and open whatever you want. But when you especially go to the Linux, this is majority of the stuff you are doing on the command prompt. Okay, mostly you are doing on the command prompt. So here we should understood. Okay, so here we should understood how this Linux is working. What are the commands? At least we need to remember. See, basically, majority of the Windows people. So what you will do, for example, you will go to the specific directory, and if you wanted to create the folder, you can create the folder, and you wanted to set the name like a batch third. Okay, and you can go to the folder, and if you wanted to create the file, you can create the file. If you want to delete the file, you can delete the file. You will go to the back, you will again move forward, go backward, and you can go to the one directory to another directory easily. Okay, this is the one thing you will do along with the software installation, all this stuff. Not only this one, you will also do one more thing is, for example, you open the task manager where I can see how many port system it is, how much of memory, what is the disk, what is the CPU usage, what is the memory usage. And if I open MS Info 32, MS Info 32, I can get the complete operating system level information. So this is my operating system, this is the version. Okay, this is a physical server, this is my computer name, how many cores, how many logical process, how much CPU, how much RAM. Everything you will get when I open the my MS Info 32. I can get the complete system level information. Like say you are also expecting on the Linux. You are also expecting over the Linux, not only regular activities, because on top of Linux only you are going to install Oracle or Postgres or MongoDB or MySQL. Mostly these are sitting on the Linux flavor. So we need to understood about how our Linux system is working. How our Linux system is working. So I am in the server. I am in the server directly. I just connected to the. I open the VMware workstation. I connect to the directly to the VM. Now, if I open three dots, where I can see here also I can see the videos, calculator, text editor, settings, system monitor, screenshot. So because this is also somewhat like a graphical user interface where I can see, and I can get the help, I can get the files. When I go to the files, okay, now see, this is how your my computer looks like. Whenever you open my computer, I can see all the relevant information like downloads, documents, music, video, pictures, all the stuff. Like same, when you go to the server here also you will see desktop, documents, download, music, pictures, public, templates, videos. Here also, same thing you are able to see in the VM also when you directly connected to the VM, not from the party, not from the other. You directly connect to the virtual machine using remote desktop manager or using VMware workstation. So now, see, this is our basic. When you go to the server, now here, okay, now here you will see the iOS or Linux or FAI or boot base OS app stream. So when I go to the app stream, you will again see the packages, repo data. So like almost it's look like our traditional directories. Like it's look like our traditional only, but somehow it's not traditional, sir. Like when you compare with the my computer, can I do everything like same here? No, you can't do majority of the stuff. But when you click on other locations, so you need to just click on other location and go to the my computer. Now this is something very interesting where you wanted to understand, where you wanted to understand. So when you physically connect to the RDP to the server via VMware or mremote MG or remote desktop manager when you physically connected to the server. Now, see, under other locations, when I go to the other locations, okay, when I open my computer, see, like when you go to the C program, you will see the Windows users program files, 32-bit program file, 64-bit, and you will also see the so etc or drivers or parallax, which are hidden directories. If I go here, if I click on view, if I click on show directories, you will see, you will get couple of directories which are some or most of them are hidden and most of them are visible to everyone. I don't want to, means we don't want to go to the hidden files, let it be, hide it, no problem. But when I go to the server, I can see, okay, like a boot, dev, etc, o, lib64, temp, sys, srv, sbin, run, root. Root is the main directory for entire your Linux system. Root is the main directory. Proc, opt, mnt, mount disk, usr, var. So there are couple of directories you are seeing. So will I need to remember all these directories, Ubumis? No need. At least couple of directories are very, very important, especially like a bin, like a bin. See, so whenever you install anything over the Linux, your binary files, essential system binary files available in the bin directory. Okay, system related binary files will be placed in the bin directory. etc or is etc. So etc configuration files. So all your configuration files will be stored in the etc. Okay, home directory. So when I go to the directly home, I can see the home directory like USR, the user home directory. So sorry, user installation softwares. So for example, if you are installing any product on top of the Linux, so by default it will go to the user installation software directory. Okay, so var, okay, variable directory, for example logs, all the stuff, it will go to the var directory. So var directory, like same uh, dev dev directories, var directory, user directory, dev directory. Dev is nothing but device files. Device related files will be available in the dev directory. Temporary files will be available in the temp directory. Like same in the Linux, there is a file system. Everyone as a DB, we must and should remember the file system. Every file system having some unique queue. I'm going to share the document. Whenever you are having some free time, you can refer that complete document. Contains everything. Contains everything. So this is from the server. Mostly we won't physically connect to the server. Majority of the time you will use the putty, or majority of the time you will use the mobile extreme. I will also show you how to connect via putty. So this is our file system. Okay. Now, once I connect to the server, for example, so last session we discussed, right? If I wanted to get the IP details, IP space A. So Linux is a completely case sensitive. So please be careful when you are especially working with the Linux. So whenever you run IP A, you will get the IP related information. So where you will get what is your server IP address. What is your server IP address? INET is your, what is your server IP address, you will get it. Or you can also search for IP, okay, if, okay, config. Okay. So when you run this one, you will get the complete information about your, here also you will get the IP address, masking, broadcasting. So you are getting some more information along with the default gateway, subnet, along with the broadcasting, net masking, and your IP details you are getting. If you search for IF config, or if you search for IPA. So I'm just copying this. See, for example, you selected something and you wanted to copy. Just over the mouse, you need to click on the, okay, left button, left. Okay. Now it got copied. Now you can simply paste it. Okay. If I wanted to get and copy something, you can just click on the left button. And if you wanted to paste here itself, you can copy on the right button. So if you click here, and if you wanted to paste something, you can just right click. When you click on right click, it will paste it, whatever you've been selected. Okay. If I don't want, control U. Okay. See, something you selected knowingly, unknowingly, something you selected, but you don't want this stuff. Usually don't want this stuff. So what majority of the people will do, you click here, click on delete backward. So no need to do that stuff. Just press Control U. It will delete everything. Everything it will delete, and it will directly go to the your prompt. So that is a simple shortcut. And this is also one simple command. You can use it, okay, to get the IP related stuff. IP related stuff. Like say, for example, if I wanted to get the OS information, Subbu, if I wanted to get the OS information, I can use the command called uname -u. When you run, you will get complete information about your operating system. You will get complete information about your operating system. So like, see, there are lots of commands. Will I need to remember all this stuff? Means it's okay, fine. At least couple of things you need to remember, so to make little healthy when you are especially working with the Linux. When you are especially working with the Linux. So uname -a will get the Linux details. You will get the information about your OS. Like same, for example, I wanted to see the IP address. So which IP address? So host name. So you can just type host name to see the computer name. Okay. So currently I not yet set any computer name. I will show you how to set the computer name, all this stuff in a while. As of now, I not set anything. So you can just type the host name also. You will get the computer name because it's a local host only. We haven't set any computer name so far. So that's the reason it is not displaying anything. So for example, if I wanted to set the computer name, if you decide that if I wanted to set the computer name, how I can set it, Subbu? How I can set it, Subbu? Now very simple, like host. Okay. Now what you need to do, host. Okay. Name. See, you can click on that. You no need to tap. You no need to type everything in the Linux. That is one advantage. So you can type something, and if you just click on the tab button, if that is matching, you will get the details. Hostname CTL file. There is a file called hostname CTL file, and where you need to set hyphen hostname. Okay, host name, and you need to pass the server name. So, for example, I am telling that lab one. Okay, lab one. For example, I just want setting as a no. I will set like a primary only because I open the server name as a primary. I am selecting as a primary. So once we click on yes, okay. See, currently you are not under root. Currently you are not on root. That's the reason it is pointing that to perform this action, you need to first connect to the root. So let's provide the password. Okay. Now what you can do, su hyphen. So if you wanted to switch to root user, this is one simple shortcut. Okay. Now you are under the root, and the server name is also changed to primary. See, your server name has been changed. Now currently you are able to see the primary. Currently you are able to see the primary. So earlier you were able to see the local host. Now you are able to see the primary, and you connected as a root user. You connected as a root user. For example, if I want to set my computer name, this is the simple shortcut. This is the simple command, not shortcut, sorry. And if you wanted to switch it to root user, su hyphen, then you can provide the password of the root user. It will directly switch to root user. See, now, whatever the server name you set it as a primary, that I need to save in the host file. So in the Linux, in the Linux, if I go to the, see, for example, if I directly go to the server, so under etc, if I provide the password, okay, under etc, okay, there is a file called host file. If you just search for host file, there is a file called host file. Under the host file, you need to update the information. Under the etc folder, under the etc, there is a file called host file. Under the host file, you need to mention your server name along with the IP address. Server name along with the IP address. What is my server IP address? Let me first get that IP address. So I'm not recalling. So I'm just searching for IP-A. This is my IP address. Okay. Now I know the IP address. Copy the IP address. Now currently, what is available on the host file? So if I see, there is a file. See, when I go to the server, there is a file. If I double click here, it will open directly, like how Windows is working. Here also I can directly open, but majority of the time you won't connect like this, sir. Every time, mostly you will connect like this only. So better what you need to do, if I wanted to read the file, very simple shortcut, cat, okay. So etc. So I told you that you can just simply type one or two words, and if you click on the tab, once it match, it will display. See, host. Okay, host. When you execute this command, it will display what data is available currently in this file. What data is available currently in this file. Now I need to go and update my details in this file. I need to go and update the data in this file. So what data I need to update? I need to remove everything. I need to update my server details. I don't want localhost domain. So I already kept my server name as a primary. I need to set it as a primary. So what you need to do? So go to here. So there is an editor, VA editor. So most popular editor in the Linux. Okay. So or Nano, you can also use the Nano. So now what I'm going to do, I'm opening the file with the VA editor. So using VA editor, I am trying to open the file. So this is my IP address. Okay, now what I need to do, copy this one. So once I open this one, okay, now what I need to do, I need to update my server details. Okay, IP address along with the server. IP address along with the server name. So this is what I need to update on the host. This is what I need to, means server is mapping to IP address is mapping to server. Vice versa, I am doing this, I am mapping vice versa over the host file. Now go to here and you can click on open. So this is VA editor. You can edit any file here. So can I edit directly, Subbu? No, you can't edit directly. First thing you need to insert. So even you click on I, see it will show as an insert. Now first thing what I need to do, I can directly go here. Sorry, I can directly go here. Okay. And I can remove everything. I don't know all this. I don't want all this stuff. But even though it's okay, now what I can do, I need to update this information. Now I can copy. Now I can paste it. Now I can copy. I can paste it. So once you decide that you updated whatever the required data into the host file or any files are. See, VA editor is a common if you want to open, if you want to edit something. So VA editor is the most popular tool. We'll use it. Once you click on insert mode, once you start modified whatever the data you decide, now what you need to do, click on escape, WQ, save. Okay, if you decide that I wanted to save everything, right? WQ, enter. Now this file has been changed. Now if you click on cat, now see, you will see your data also. See, earlier you will see only this information, default information. Now your entry is also available. So once it is done, you need to reboot the server. Reboot the server. Very simple shortcut. There's nothing but you need just click on reboot. Now it will reboot. Got it, everyone? No? Yes? Understanding, not understanding?
Understanding.
Okay. No. Okay, fine. So I will share this document, okay, daily basis. So you can click on R, it will reconnect. See it connected. Now what I need to do, sudo su hyphen. Okay, I need to pass the password. So let's connect with the password. Okay. Okay. I am not a sudo over. So that's the problem. I will make you what is the sudo over, how to change the sudo over. Okay. So I connected to the root user. Let's clear the screen. Okay. Again, I can zoom it a little. Now, these are the basic things. At least as a DBA, we must run as a part of Linux. At least we need to remember a couple of things. One more is very important. Is okay. Basically, when you open the my computer, easily you understand. Okay, I am in the, for example, I'm in the Postgres 16. Okay, so by clicking here, you can easily understood. Okay, you are in the D drive in the Postgres in the 16 directory. Currently, in the graphical user interface, you can easily understand that where is your currently available, means under which location you are doing anything. So to get this kind of information, very simple to understand is PWD. PWD, present working directory. Present working directory. When you click on enter, you will see currently you are under root directory. Currently you are under root directory. So PWC will provide you currently you are under which directory. Now, for example, I want to switch to different directory. CD. So var lib. Okay. For example, I need to go to the var lib directory. See, when I go to the server, there is a okay. Every time I know it. So when I go to the var, there is a lib. So I am currently in the var lib, but it is directly showing as a lib directory. We don't know where is that. So if you just click on PWD, it will display complete information at where you are currently available. Or currently I'm in the var lib directory. Currently I'm in the var lib directory. These are the couple of very basic shortcuts, sir. Okay, basic shortcut. But I don't know what are the parameters, Subbu, for PWD, present working directory. See, I am not sure about how these commands are working, what are the parameters of those commands. So I'm not that much confidence. So very simple to get that one. PWD hyphen help. Okay. You will get complete information about what are the parameters you can pass. Capital L, capital P, you can pass. Print the value of the present working directory. It means name of the current working directory. Okay, hyphen P if you print the physical directory without any symbolic links. Any symbolic links. So for example, you are not understanding. Now you can do PWD hyphen capital P. Okay, so same thing how it is displayed here also. Like so for example, L. If I'm using L, so you are getting PW-L. So if I wanted to get some information about that command, okay, what exactly those commands are doing. So help will help us out a lot. Not only this one, okay, not only this. And if you wanted to get the information like there is a man PWD, so you will get majority of the stuff here also. So man also one simple shortcut. So not only hyphen command name hyphen L, you can use the man. 1 second, sir. You can use the man also to you will get the same kind of information. See, for example, currently you are under a console. Currently you open and you are not doing anything. Again, if you want to go back to the editor, you need to press Control C. Okay, click here, Control C. Okay. Why? Okay, Q. Sorry, Q. It is pointing Q, so that when I click on Q, it will exit the terminal and it will go to the main directory. So either you can use hyphen L or you can use man and you can pass the command name and you can also pass the command name. So let's clear. For example, you are under currently lib directory. So whenever you use PW, you are in the var, you are under some lib. So in my computer, like same if I go to the C VMware, I can see which folders are available. If I go here, I can see which directories are available. Again, if I go here, what files are available. Like same, if I wanted to see what data, what are the things are under that directory, under the var lib directory, what is available? Very simple shortcut is ls, list, ls, list. Whenever you search for ls, it will display what are the things are is present under that directory. There is a SSS. We don't know whether it is a file or it is a directory. So mostly we won't directly press ls. You will add some flavors to the ls, like ls hyphen lrth. This is a very simple thing. Most of the time you will use to display in a proper way. So see, you are getting earlier when I just perform ls, this is how your data got displayed, and which is not that much meaningful, and you can't know that whether it is a directory or it is a file. It's very tough. But when I'm going for ls-lrth, it is clearly saying that, oh, this is a directory. This is the D for directory. Okay, D for directory, D for directory. All are directories only. D for directory, and it is a root user, root group. And when you created everything, so what is a directory name you are getting, and under the directory, what permission you are having, read, write, execute, read, write, execute for the user, for the group. So permissions are very, very important. We'll talk about what level of permissions means. We should understand user level what permissions are available, group level what permissions are available, and owner level also what permissions are available. So we should understood that what level of permissions are there. So before going to the permissions, so majority of the time you will run ls hyphen lrth. This command you should not forget. So most of the time you will run this command, which will display what sort of information is available, what sort of information is available. For example, you wanted to create a directory. See, I wanted to quit from here. I need to go to the home directory, root directory. So cd double backward slash double dots means you will come one directory backward. See, earlier you are under var lib. Now when I go for cd space dot dot, it will come one directory back. So if you simply click on cd, it will directly go to the home directory. It will directly go to the home directory. So this is the simple shortcut. Okay, you need to go directly to the home directory, or you need to go from one folder back to another folder. Then very simple shortcut. This is the simple commands you need to remember. So for example, I wanted to create a directory, Subbu. Okay, I wanted to create a folder. So currently when I press ls space lrth, so currently nothing is available here. Okay, nothing is available here. Now I wanted to create a directory. So make dir. So I'm creating a directory called batch 3. Okay, using mkdir, you can create the directory. If I use same ls command, see, it will display along with this file. Now it display what directory is available. I just now I created a directory. That directory information is also it is showing. If I wanted to create a directory, this is the simple this is the simple command you will use it. Using mkdir, you can create the directory. Using cd, you can switch the directory from one directory to another directory and one directory back to another directory. You can use the cd command, and you wanted to create a directory, you can create it. For example, Subbu, I want to create a directory. Within that, there is a directory. Within that, there is a directory. How I can create that one? For example, I wanted to create a mkdir, okay, hyphen p slash. So, for example, mm, var, okay, how I can show you for your better understanding. Easy to understand. Okay, let's make it. For example, mm, batch, not batch, pg sql, okay, slash batch p. Okay. Interesting. 1 second, sir. No, 1 second. I'm getting a call. Sorry. Yeah. So for example, I wanted to create a folder. Within that there is I need to create a folder. Within that there is I need to create a folder. For example, PostgreSQL. Okay. Under that I need to create a 2026. Under that I need to create the batch. Okay. 3. Okay. Now I can click on enter. Now see if I perform ls-lrth. Okay. There is a pSQL. I can go to the pSQL pg. Okay, currently I am in the, if I just type 1 or 2 words, if you click on the tab, if it is matching, it will display the name. Now, now you can pass ls-lrth. Again, see, within the directory, there is one more directory. Now you can go to the cd 2026. Okay, again, there is one more directory, that is batch 3. See, within the directory, you need to create one more directory at one shot. Then you can use the -p keyword. Using -p keyword, you can get the directory within the directory. This is a very simple command. So you must remember mkdir will create the directory. If I wanted to create the directory within the directory, in that directory again I need to create one more directory. In that again I need to create one more directory. Then you can use -p as a parameter. -p as a parameter. This is very simple shortcut, sir. This very simple shortcut. Okay, fine. And again, clear. I can go in the home directory, clear the screen. Okay. For example, mm, uh, I can go to the CD batch. There is a folder. In that folder, currently nothing, no files are available. See, currently nothing is available. For example, I wanted to create a file. I just wanted to create a file. So now you can use search. Okay, file name. Okay, for example, uh, batch 3.txt. I wanted to create a file. Now, whenever you perform ls hyphen, so you can see the file. You can see the file. Now you wanted to write some information in this file. Now what you will use vi, and you can type the batch and you can just click on the tab. It will display the name, and you can write something, whatever you decide. Whatever you decide, you can write something. Okay, let me copy all this. Now you click on enter and you start. First, you need to click on I. Welcome to, okay, PostgreSQL GPA batch. Okay, now you want to save it. Escape, W enter. So now I wanted to read the data, what is available. Cat, okay, batch 3.txt. I can read the data. I can read the data via cat command. So I can create the file. I can read the data. I can edit the data using VA editor. I can do much more things, sir, basically. I can do much more things, basically. So this is a very simple, using touch command, you can create the file. And touch is also doing one more thing, sir. For example, there is a file you opened a long back. So whenever you use the touch command, it will update this information, file, date, information also, it will update. It will update. So it will update. So for example, there is one more file, sir. You are creating one more file called touch. Okay. Touch. Okay. Um, batch 46.txt. This is our SQL batch. Okay. Now I wanted to use cat greater than, and I will use bat command. Okay. See, it is prompting you to do the modification. You no need to every time go to the VA editor. Using cat also you can write something. Welcome to SQL Server DBA. Okay, welcome to SQL Server DBA batch 46. Okay, batch 46. Now you can click on enter. Okay, then you can click on Control C. Now you can try to see the data, what data is available in that batch 46. Click on enter, sir. Enter is very important. Cat, enter. See, now in this file, this data is available. In this file, this data is available. For example, there are two files and you wanted to compare these two files. What is the difference between in these two files? Then what I can do, Subbu, easily. Okay. Now here you need to enter, then Control C is very, very important. Then Control C is very, very important. Now I can go here, I can paste it. Now, for example, there is two files. If I go for ls-lrth, there are two files. I wanted to see what are the difference between in these two files. Means what data is available here, what data is available here. I want to see the difference. So there is a simple command diff, and you can mention batch 3 select. Click on right click. You will get and click on space. Again select, right click. So click on arrow button. It will prompt and you can click on here. You will get the difference. You will get the difference. What is different means everything is a different only because this is welcome to PostgreSQL batch 3. This is welcome to SQL Server DBA batch 46. So there is a difference. That's the reason it displayed everything information. So in case this is one simple shortcut, if you wanted to see the difference between two files in Linux, you can use the diff command. You can use the diff command. Is it clear, everyone? No? Yes? Yes. So for example, one more thing. So I wanted to create a user, Subbu. Okay, if I wanted to create a user, I can exit directly. I can go to the home directory. If I wanted to create a user add, okay, for example, KMS or user one, sir, user one. I just wanted to create a user called user one. Okay, I created user one, and I wanted to set the password for this user. Sudo, okay, password, and you need to provide the password details. Okay, so for which user? Sorry, user one. Enter. Now you need to provide the password. I am passing user one only the password. I'm not following the case sensitive all the stuff. I'm just simply passing the password. So now you can set the password. Okay. You can create the user and you can set the password. You can create the user and you can set the password. Okay. I can add this one also, better to understand. Okay, fine. Now I can set. Now see, basically, root is the like administrator login. Everything you can do under the root. Like same kind of stuff. If I want to provide access to anyone, there is a concept called sudo one. So there is a file, sir. There is a file called sudo file. So ls-lrth, ls-lrth. So there is a file called sudo. There is a file called sudo here. Not ls. Why ls? I'm sorry. Vi/etc sudo over. Okay, sudo. Okay, I can click on enter. Now click on I insert mode. See, it is showing as a warning. By default, you don't have access, means I am a root user, I connected with the root. I itself is not having access to do some modification. By default, it is a write restricted mode. It is a write restricted mode. So now what I need to do, escape. I need to quit it. I don't want to save anything, sir, because I not done any modification. I need to quit it. So Q call exclamation mode. So once you click on here, you will exit. You won't save anything. Now see, I don't know what permissions are available for this file. To get that permission, ls -lrth, okay, ls -lrth /sudo over. Now I need to verify what permissions are available in this file. Okay. Now see, read. I can't do any modification to this file. Now I need to grant the permission. I can't do any modification. Root user can't do any modification. User also can't do any modification. Group is not having any permission. So no one can do anything. Only they can read the data. Now, if I want to grant the permission, there is which command we will use means chmod. Okay, I will talk more about this one, sir, in the upcoming classes. As of now, what is that 640? Everything will talk. Okay, so I need to grant the permission to this sudo over file. Okay, I granted. Now you can perform same command. Now see, root user can write the data. Earlier, root user can only read the data. User also can read the data, but now root user can read the data. Also, he can write the data. Now you can do this one. You can copy everything and go to here, and now you can set the sudo over. You can go to the VI editor wherever you open. Now click on I. It allowed, see, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. Now there is a root user. See here, I need to allow. By default, root is allowing everything. Like same user one also, I need to allow here all equal to all. So mostly you won't do all this stuff in the real world. Sir. There is a Linux admin people, right? They can do everything. C and sudo and all equal to all. But you don't have any team here, right? You are doing everything, and you are learning how this admin people will do all this stuff in the real world. Now, once you saved everything, now you can click on escape, save the file. Okay, now you can escape, save the file. Means now Subbu can also see. Majority of the time, what you will do, sudo su hyphen. You will run sudo su hyphen, right? If you wanted to use this sudo button for anything, wanted to perform any action, you need the sudo over permission. How I can grant the sudo over permission? There is a file called sudo over file under etc, and that sudo over file, I need to provide my login details. Once I provide my login details, I will get the sudo over capabilities. I will get the sudo over capabilities where I can perform the sudo command, So this is what you need to do it on the VA editor. Got it? So what you will do under VA editor? So these are the two things you will do it. So what you will do under VA editor? Let's click on once again enter. So these are the two things you will add it. These are the two things you will add it. Now escape quit it. I don't want to save anything. Quit it. So what we discussed today, VA editor we discussed, make directory, cat, and touch command we discussed, mkdir we discussed, pw present working directory we discussed, and ch mode also we discussed. Like same, they are having a change mode also. If I wanted to change the owner group, so permissions I will talk tomorrow, sir, about the Linux. As of now, we are having still couple of things. So for example, I wanted to see the resource level. See in the Windows, I can open the task manager. I will get to know my CPU usage, memory usage, disk usage, everything I will get to know. How you will get the resource information. So to get the resource information, let's clear some once again. This is something interesting command. Okay, ls cpu. Okay, you will get the CPU. So you will get the complete information about ls CPU. Means you will get a CPU model, 64-bit address, CPU, how many cores, how many physical cores, how many logical cores, BIOS information, your VM, physical VM information it is hosting. It is getting massive stuff about your CPU, massive stuff about your CPU. Okay. So for example, I wanted to get the memory usage information, like how I see. This is not usage. This is just information. Nowhere I mentioned that there is a usage. Here it is not usage. So if I wanted to see how many processes are running like a task manager, how many processes, if I go to the details, I can see how many processes are running, what is the process ID, status, CPU usage, memory usage, everything I'm getting. Like same, if I wanted to see the same sort of information, I can use the top. Okay, like a task manager, top is the command where I can see, okay, how much min memory, how much total it is consumed, how much is free space, how much is used, how much cache is used, okay, total how much RAM you set it, how many processes are in sleeping, how many processes are runnable, how many are total, along with what is the load on the system, and you will see process ID, who connected, what they are doing, what is the CPU usage, memory usage, time, everything you will get. And if you wanted to make the session alive, you can use the simple command called top. If you wanted to make a session alive, you can simply use the top button so that it will display. Okay, it will display the information. Good information. Top is somewhat good information. You will get it, sir. When you use the top, you will see the what are the processes are running. So, for example, okay, so you install SQL, you install Oracle, you install Postgres, you install something on top of the Linux. I wanted to see whether my process, if I wanted to quit it, Control C, and you can click on clear. Okay. So for example, what are processes are running? Currently, what processes are running? So PS-EF. So now you will see these many processes are running in the background currently. Okay. These many processes are running currently in the background. User process, process ID, parent process ID, start time, and command. Which command currently running? Everything you will get it. The information you will get it from here is, okay, user information, process ID information, parent process ID information, start time information, okay, time information, along with what process that is running in the background. Subbu, I don't want this stuff. I wanted to see a specific process. I don't want to get all the system related process also. It is too much load on me. I just wanted to get my specific process. That time you can pass the same parameter grep. Grep is a search command. You are searching something, whatever the data you are getting from here, from that data, you are using filter like a grep and you are searching something. Grep, and you can pass, for example, Postgres. Okay. So currently, okay, nothing is running. So there is no Postgres service I installed. This is brand new system. I haven't installed. Mostly tomorrow will complete the source code installation along with the couple of commands. So if I wanted to get the specific process, then you can use the pipe symbol and you can use the grep and you can pass the process name. If you remember, you can pass. For example, how many processes are currently running? If I wanted to see the count, same thing, you can run and you can remove and you can see WC hyphen L. Okay. So total 288 processes currently running in my system. How many processes are running? So if I wanted to see, okay, what is the simple command? So WC pipe symbol WC hyphen L. Okay, WC hyphen L. So top command I already explained. So for example, if I wanted to get the memory sort of details, okay, free, okay, hyphen H, okay, So you will get the memory, how much memory is allocated, how much memory used, how much memory is raised, how much is shared buffer, cache how much, available how much, everything you will get whenever you use for the -h. Not only that one, you can also pass the different parameters. -m, you can pass the information. Same sort of, but it will show in the MB. See, it is currently shown as a GPs. It is directly showing as a MB. So for example, if I wanted to get the information like a GPs, so I can get like a GP information, MB information, just a memory usage information. These are the three simple shortcuts you can use it in terms of memory. You can go for M, you can go for G as well. You can go for G. So like say memory, you got the information, CPU got the information, processor you got the information, which process you got the information. So for example, when this, since how long this server is started running, since how long this server is running. So nothing but up time. When you run uptime, you will see from so and so hour, from so and so hours, so and so minutes, so and so days. This server is running. This server is up for 31 minutes. One user and load average. So this is something very interesting, sir. How many processes are currently running? So current running value and minimum back. Okay, 5 minutes back, how many processes are running? Okay, 10 minutes back, what is happening? How many processes are running? 10 minutes back, how many process? 10, what is the load? See, this is the current load on the system. This is 5 minutes load on the system. This is 10 minutes back on the load on the system. So when you run uptime, at least you will get last 10 minutes. What is the load on the system? What is the load on the system? You will get to know very simple short, very simple way. You will get to know what is the load on the system. So this is something very interesting. Yeah, got it, everyone? So CPU checked it, memory you checked it, process you checked it, uptime you checked it. So only one thing, small thing pending is storage. Storage is also very important. DF-H. Okay, so you will get the disk level. So technically here you will call it as a mount point. So how to create the mount point, how to create the mount disk, how to enable the mount disk. We'll talk it, sir, in the upcoming classes. Slowly we'll make you a little stronger in the Linux command also. So whenever you use -df-h, so you will see your mount disk. Currently we are having only one mount disk I created. So that is almost 17 GB. Rest of things are using for temporary purpose. Total 20 GB is allocated for this operating system. Out of that, so 17 GB is a default. Only one disk only we created. So you are getting that sort of information. How much is used, how much is available, how much use percentage, and is there any mount disk I created? Currently nothing, sir. So how to create our own mount disk, how to move data into our own mount disk. So we'll see in the upcoming classes. We'll see in the upcoming classes. So these are the some basic commands you need to remember. Any questions? No? Yes?
No questions from my side.
Yeah.
All
I
clear.
will share one document, okay, with most of the commands and their usefuls. Okay.
Okay.
Srikanth has been created, who is delivering Oracle, okay, from Azure SQL. He created a document. That document I'm going to show. So it contains massive stuff, sir. Okay, each and everything examples. So some important commands, their uses, their functionalities, everything you will get it. So in case whenever you are having some time, you can practice this one as well. Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
You will
Thank you.
share in WhatsApp this document
Oh yeah, yes. This document I will share it, and
Mm.
that Word document also I will share it by
in WhatsApp group, right?
WhatsApp.
Oh,
Every day you will get it, sir.
okay.
So this time maximum I won't delay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Kind of. This is kind of running notes. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Let
Very,
me
very clear.
share. Yeah, yeah. Only the people from SQL background only little confused. Oracle background, so like known concept.
Because already they are working on Linux, right? So for them,
Yeah.
it's a very friendly.
We save it. Okay. What I can do, I will sharing enhanced drone only. So where I kept this file, let me stop the recording first of the